What's up, everyone? How you doing? I'm sorry I took a little bit to start, but that I was on a phone call. Hola, Felipe. Hello, Jeff. Hey, Tito. Welcome back. Hey, Kumar. Yeah. I'm pretty good. Thank you. Hope you are doing well too. Hey, Kevin. How are you? Hello, Natalia, Dian, Patrick, Austin, Kumar again, Salman, Sherry. Hola, Alberto. Hola, Alex, Marty, Randall, Blue Venture. Thank you for joining, guys. Thank you for joining. Hey, PB, what's up? Thank you for joining. Today was a really interesting day. Today I had an amazing day. Um, I'm really loving my system. I'm really loving my system, guys. For real. It's like I don't know. I trust it so much. Easy to spot, easy to follow. You can risk. I mean, you can have a pretty standard risk management plan, and I'm not gonna lie, I really love it. And the more I trade the same thing, the more I'm feeling more patient. I'm feeling more patience for waiting. I'm feeling more patience uh, for letting my trade to develop. I'm feeling more patience to take a loss if I need to, and I don't know. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not forcing anything. I'm waiting with intention, and this is the time. This is the time where I mean, I'm just so convinced about my system working that I I can wait, and I'm not, tempted to do anything else because I don't want I don't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste my capital. I don't want to waste my mental capital. That's also very important. So I just want you guys to find that on your system. The conviction, the knowledge, the execution, and I'm just rooting for you. I'm rooting for you because I really want you to have a good grasp of whatever you are trading. If you are a breakout trader, if you are a break and retest trader, if you are a break and hold trader, if you are a retest to VWAP or whatever trader, I'm just rooting for you because I want you to be this convinced. So let's go, guys. Kumar, I want to learn your system. Brother, I talk about my system every single day. I'm trying to remember, and I think the past 3 months, only like 2 or 3 days, I have not taken a trade. And actually the past 2 or 3 months, I've been only trading this exact same setup, right? So yeah, I mean, just if you want to learn more about the system, you can always go watch the recordings. Go watch the previous trade reviews, and I'm usually starting with SPY and QQQ. So I think it's only like the first 10 or 15 minutes of every recording. So yeah, let's go for it. If you have any questions, you can always reach on the comments of the videos. Even if it's a video, even if it's an old video, you can always comment on that video, and I will reply to you because I get the all the notifications. So or you can send me an email. My email is neto at tradingperformancecoach.com, or you can always go to my website, take a look there. Maybe you like something. And there's a contact form, so you can always, like, send me a message there. You can add a screenshot or whatever. So yeah, you can always do that. And ask other traders. I'm very responsive to your messages, because that's my passion. That's my passion. Help other traders to get there. All right. Um, oh, Jason, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Hello, Francine. Come on, but what? Well, I was listening to what happened to Walmart. So I have some shares on Walmart, but I'm not trading Walmart. I mean, I'm just a shareholder, right? And I've never heard about, like, someone actually trading or day trading Walmart. But then I find out that on my personal email, I had this email from the management saying that they are in talks. They actually don't have anything. This is just how do they say it? Sell, buy the rumor, sell the news. They have been talking with OpenAI to do something. I don't know. Like, I can imagine that they will be using AI for, like, predicting uh demand on products, or I don't know. I don't know. I know because I work. Let me. I'm gonna take 30 seconds from your time. Um, for all of you that know me, I'm a business owner, and I have a company, solar panel installation company for commercial and industrial in Mexico. So a few years ago, we installed a bunch of solar panels on the roofs of Walmart, and we were working with another company that they were using these kind of heat maps, or like cameras, not like the surveillance cameras, but they were just only like following the heat map of people, and they can predict which aisles were the like the most visited. So if you go to a Walmart, the layout of the store is not random. It's completely planned. So everything that you use the most, it's at like at the very back of the store. So you need to walk all through the store, and it was awesome. But they didn't have AI, like to convert that data on actionable intelligence. I mean, they had people, but they didn't have AI. So I'm sure they will be doing something like that to predict where people wants to go inside the store, or something else. And I'm very passionate about business processes, so I'm sorry if I just took 1 minute away from your life. All right. uh, tu- tu- tu. Hello, Carlita. Carlita, she took an amazing, amazing, amazing SPX trade today, obviously to the downside, and she made like $1 million today. Well, probably not, but she made like an amazing trade with the 300 and something percent trade. Congratulations there, Carla. Jeff, SPX put for the win. Yeah, yeah. If you were planning to kidnap Carla, well, it was all a lie. It was not $1 million. But so don't do it. Don't do it, please. uh, yeah, nice to. Yeah, the reversal. I don't like to call them reversals. I don't like to call them reversals. Why? Because I mean, sometimes I mean, price is fractal, right? And when I'm saying it's fractal, it means that you can be looking something very different in the lower time frame and a smaller time frame, or the higher time frame, right? So when you are watching the higher time frame, you might be looking at a really clear uptrend, and that doesn't mean that this is a reversal, right? That doesn't mean that this trade is a reversal. It's just a different story, right? It's a different story on a different time frame. So I don't like to call them like reversals. even when they look like, but they are not, right? Like for example, these bounce here, I mean, this is not a reversal. This is just like, like price came back to a liquidity pool. It took all liquidity and it's reacting. What is it doing? Well, it can bounce, but it can reject and just keep going to the downside, right? So yeah, I'm very glad that I've seen you guys. I read your all of your messages. I'm going through the Discord channels. I'm going through the circle channels, and I'm really loving that some of you are actually not, maybe not taking the same trades than me, but now you are looking what is going on at key levels, and that, my friends, is price action reading. So when you can identify what price is doing at relevant areas, important key levels, now you are reading price action, and I love it because with that awareness you can start planning your trades. You can start also reacting to your trades. You can be executing and managing your trades, and that's that's next step for on the trader on the trader journey. Um, all right. Uh, Francine, you get fake out on SPY 945. 945 here. Well, what you were trying here, Francine? Like the break retest of the 1 minute opening rate, opening price, something like that, maybe. Sometimes it just didn't work at the first time, right? Like here, I mean, it didn't work. Actually, I had this trend line right here, like trying to identify what the price was doing and when I can, like go look for something for me. So I understand what you tried here. It just didn't work, and it just didn't work right there. But it actually worked a few candles later. Not sure if you took the 84% rule. Uh, if you did, I mean, you probably made a really good trade. Uh, do, do, do. Kumar, slowly trying to go through all of your videos on YouTube. Yeah, there are a bunch, and there are like 100 videos. But I mean, just go for the last, I don't know, like probably the last month. I think that those are the more relevant, because you will find out that it's the freshest price action, right? Hey Thomas, hey Marty, hey Neto. What did you give your first setup more risk than the other four setups? Like here. Well, this is that's actually a very good question. That's actually a very good question. Thank you, Tito. So, what is this risk a little bit more? Well, right here, it was like this risk. It was like 20%. I was actually watching since it was struggling with this 670 key level, right? It was struggling with this 670 key level. So I pull up my contracts and I started watching reaction around here. So when we reject like right here, I was watching the price of my contracts, and this risk was kind of 20%. So why the other setups have smaller risk? Well, it's because they are aligned to the top of the candles that were retesting. But I mean, the one that I know for sure is this one, because this is where I took my trade. And just as I said, I mean, I was waiting for this rejection 670 and the actual break of this 15-minute chart key level, this 669.47 or 669.50, right? So once we broke here, this risk here was 20% on my contracts. That's why. Not sure if I just answered your question, Tito. Bets boy, I know either yeah, momentum on price action. Hi Neto, we're a challenge student. What do you mean, team? I don't get it. Um, Carlita, congrats. Good tax benefit. Well, Carla is not on the United States, but yeah, I mean, guys, if you are on the United States and you are trading SPX, it has a different rule than the tech names or any other assets. When you are trading ETFs, it's just a different thing. This is not financial advice. This is not tax advice. But go talk to your tax consultant. All right. But yeah, good observation there, Betsboy. Hello, Vanessa. Uh, PB Neto, don't you preach don't long below previous day low and don't short above previous day high? What am I missing? Well, it's just price action, my friend. I mean, right here, it just as I said, it was rejecting nicely 670, and there's a lot of space all the way to previous day high. So if you were waiting for a pullback long, look at this. I mean, this was like how much? 669. It was $4. It was a $4 range. So I can't I can't show you here, but my trade actually was like I was 80% out on my trade right here on the market high. This I was like 80% out of my trade. Why? Exactly because what you were saying. I actually closed my position right here on previous day high. When well, my emotions were super high, so I decided just to close my the rest of my position. But and I went out on these two candles. So but why? Just because what you are saying, because I was expecting, and this is not a rule, as you can see. I actually wasn't watching this, but this is not a rule. But I was expecting the reaction right at the previous day high and maybe a bounce right here. So I closed my position here. Why? Exactly because what you are saying, I don't trust. Like actually, my favorite setup used to be the break and retest of the previous day high and the previous day low. So this was actually the break and retest of the previous day high on the higher time frame. So I really like it, but that's why I closed this position here. But well, it just kept going. But my plan was this here. Why? Because this was the pivot high right here on the intraday price action. So again, this was kind of my target, pre-market high, and well, everything else was just letting my trade play, right? But that was a very good observation, PP. It's not like it's a rule not taking them, but it's like I'm always aware of those key levels, so you can react or even just plan around those key levels, right? Gurpreet, yeah, I've been trading only SPY and QQQ for the past I think 10 weeks. Um, I usually traded tech names, Max Evans, mostly AMD, Amazon, Nvidia, and Tesla. But yeah, I've been trading only SPY and QQQ because I have a discipline challenge going on right now, and but probably because my journal and my stats are screaming at me saying, "What are you doing? Trading something else? This is your thing." Probably I will stick to only trade SPY, QQQ, same day expiration for some time, or maybe the rest of my life. I don't know, but pretty much that's the plan for today. That's what my data is saying right now. So I'm a true believer that if you gather your own data, your own quality data, you can have very good lessons from your journal, right? uh Jeff, I was following the 11 candle, the 11 candle. Uh, Jason, I tried to short Amazon. Marty, you took this 5 SPY short trade. No, I only took this one all the way to previous day high, but I'm showing you how this setup works, right? So let's talk about trading here. So here I was taking this was the most the riskiest setup from the day, because I was taking this rejection like really serious, and also I was trying to anticipate this move. So I waited for the break of this 669.50 to took my trade. But the actual lowest risk available here was exactly this second trade. It was the break and retest of this pivot low, or and also this was kind of the battleground, but that's the name that we have in giving to this area, right? I mean, this was the support turned into resistance flip area or flip zone, and then the drop. All right. So this was the very nice trade. This was the actual very lowest risk trade. I think this is the one that Carla took, uh, because she's like very intentional with her risk. But she took it on SPX. I think she did here. I did right here. She did here, and this actually, in my opinion, this is actually a better trade than mine. Mine was kind of like, some anticipation here, and I actually added to my trade here. So yeah, I'm very greedy. Today was very greedy, but it worked. It worked. So yeah, so I added to my trade here on this reaction. So this was a very nice reaction, and look at this. These two trades were the break and retest of this order block, right? It's the down closing candle on an uptrend. So, and also it was a coincidence, or it was just like aligned to this support, then turn into resistance. All right. So this is exactly what the break and retest boom is, right? It's the break and retest of a support turning to resistance area, or the other way around. The break and retest of a resistance turned into support area, right? So that's the break and retest boom. I don't remember who said that name first. I think it was Luke. I don't remember. I just like it. So these are two, or like more opportunities to the downside for you to identify different opportunities, right? My trade was only this. I added here, and these are just different opportunities to enter into this trade. Even here, look at this. This is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low, and it actually went like, well, it went nuts, right? I mean, I had right here 665, but it went all the way to 664. So every trade here was at least a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade, and for me this was a 1-to-8. So anyone has questions about these different setups or these different entry opportunities? I would like to read your questions now. Neto, the system you are using is only puts either SPY or QQQ in the areas where the break and retest occur? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing now. That's why I'm being super patient, because I'm only waiting for put opportunities, right? So I need to, the reason I'm very patient is because, I mean, I need a pullback, then a fail to create new highs, and then a break of the pivot low of the pullback, and then the retest of this area. So this gives me a lot of time to prepare and I'm not anxious, and I'm not rushing, and I'm not anything. I'm just waiting for these to create a break of structure and a change of character. So the main hint here is failing to create new highs, right? When you fail to create new highs, well, now you have a lower high, and when you have a lower low and you have a pullback but below your previous low and your previous high, well, that's exactly what you are looking here. I'm just playing with the market structure here. Do you understand that, Gabi? I mean, it's just waiting for the break of structure and the change of character, and I'm just waiting for the break and retest of these areas here. The support turn into resistance. Felipe Neto enter. Okay. SPY 1026. SPY 1026. You were trying continuation to the upside, right, Felipe? Yeah, high broke, two calls, got stopped out. I should have waited for the break of the high. Well, it was a nice trade here, Felipe. For me, it was kind of chasing because the real play. When did you say 1026? Look at this. You played here. I might be looking to enter on this candle here, looking for the high of the day. It wouldn't make any difference here, but you waited just too long here. You waited just too long here. I'm not sure if you were waiting for the break of these, like these candles here. It was just too long of a wait. Oh, thank you, Gabby. That's gold for me. Thank you. Francine, okay. Missed the reversal gapper on QBTS. I walk away and took Tesla later. Good. Applying what you thought. Thank you, guys. This is the things. These are the things that bright my day. When you tell me that you took something from our sessions and it worked for you and you understand what we are doing here, that's just sunshine for my day. Thank you for sharing. Kumar, I today on SPY I used the 956 candle as the one candle rule to enter into calls when the 10 a.m. candle show buyers. 10 a.m. candle here. 956. Okay. Well, this is a break and hold trade. I mean, this is not the break and retest, but this is a break and hold that's really good. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense a lot. It was very close to 668.50. That's perfect. That's perfect. What was your target? What was your target for there, Kumar? Adil, Nvidia, yes, I will. You're very welcome, Todd. TM Skies students. Hey team. Thank you. Neto, do you keep adding to your trade when you see more entries after the initial trade? Only if they are like this crystal clear. And also this drop gave me like 30%. So I took a few more contracts here, kind of risking the initial profit. So that's something that's something. You know what? I mean, I know this doesn't count, but I was asking myself why this didn't hit 200%. Well, that's the answer. I added here, and that that mess up with the open PNL. Well, with the average price. I'm sorry, with the average price. Yeah, that was, yeah. Thank you. Well, I was asking myself, well, why didn't hit 200? I mean, that drop was like too much. And sorry, guys, I'm not bragging about the percentage. It was just like when I was journaling, I was like, why it didn't hit 200? I mean, it doesn't make any sense because of the huge drop. Why it didn't hit the percentage that I was expecting? Well, not I didn't plan for 200, but I will expect after my experience on this name, I will expect a 200 drop here. But yeah, it was because I added here. All right, thank you, thank you. Uh, hey Basil, Kevin, you only trade SPY? I can wait for sessions, Kevin. I know you are very experienced, so I can wait. Uh, Mr. Hans, we need a journal video from you. I'm a shy guy. BRB. How did you identify 660 as the high? I was just paying attention here. I mean, I was just paying attention here. Remember, I told you that once you are so close to the all-time highs, I start paying attention to the half numbers and whole numbers. Well, this is exactly part of this strategy. I was paying attention to the whole number, and when I watch all of these reactions here, I just waited for a good drop and then the break of this 669.50 to ride this continuation to the downside. So I mean I just did not guess the top. I was just paying attention to the reactions here. Um, Good, Gabby. Uh, do you mainly trade the break and retest of key levels? I do. Well, I do on tech names, but on SPY and QQQ, I try to identify these areas here. I mean, I do have my key levels, my intraday key levels, 5 minute opening range, 1 minute opening range, previous day high, pre-market low, pre-market high. I do have my key levels here, but I pay more attention to this, where price is reacting. Not only the key level. I mean, I can trust or I pay attention to the key level, but I trust where the reaction is happening. All right. Team, do you wait for the BRB entry to clear the previous high? Well, not only to clear, but to reject the area, to reject the area, right? Neto, how can you be so confident in these trades you take? Backtesting, backtesting. I can tell more. You should be backtesting day in, day out, every afternoon, every night, every time you take a break from your work. You should be backtesting, because you can believe everything I tell you here. You come here to YouTube every day and you say like, oh well, Neto he's doing well. Okay, well I understand what he's doing. Break, retest of this battleground zone, and he's taking the drop. Well, that looks easy. I believe him. Because he's sharing every day a screenshot of his trade. I believe him. Well, I have news for you. The one person is not believing me is your subconscious. And the only way to convince your subconscious is with data. How you are gathering data? Backtesting. The more you backtest, the more you convince your subconscious, and the more conviction you will have on your trades. Right? Was that clear, Richard? Backtesting. That's the secret sauce. It's not secret anymore. You have my secret now. When will you open a position at the latest? I usually only take one one position, Mr. Hans. It's not like I'm adding on every pullback. It's I because once I enter here, I was kind of clear that we will go all the way to pre-market high. That was kind of my plan. So I'm not adding every time here because that starts, messing up with my plan. Because if I'm adding here, I'm adding here, my first target is messed up, right? So I should be waiting for, oh well, maybe this is going lower, but I don't know if it's going lower. That's the uncertainty of the market. So I just, like, I size my regular trade here, and well, just as I explained here, I added to my trade here with the profits from this first drop, and well, I just wait for my targets to hit. I Yeah, the one thing with when you are adding to your trade is that you mess up with your targets. At least that's what happened to me. If you master to do it, that congratulations, and that's part of your own system. That's why I can't tell more rules for your playbook, and maybe your rules for your puts are different to your rules for your calls. So you need to have two different playbooks. All right. Um, Monchi, la entrada fue en el alto del día retesteo. No, no, my entry was here. Yeah, well, kind of the high of the day, but this was not high of the day. I was looking at the rejection of this 670, but it happened to be very close to high of the day. Um, Gurpreet, would you do a live trade someday so we can see you executing in real time? Maybe. I mean that's kind of the, like the final goal of me, being that good and not feeling all this pressure of people watching what I'm doing on live. Because that's the main reason I don't do live trading, because I feel a lot of pressure. I tried to do it with my sister and my brother-in-law and one of my friends, and guys, it was so hard. And they are like, they are family. They are family. And I was feeling so stressed, and I was trying to force things. I just felt so anxious, so I couldn't. So that's the ultimate goal, to do live trading, but I don't see that happening like sometime soon. Patrick, I'm trading SPY. Alex, 1013, my bad. I was after a really big move. AMD. Yeah, remember AMD, they don't move SPY or QQQ. Declan, how much do you use relative strength and weakness when trading the indices? Yes, I not only the weaker, Declan, not only the weaker, but I use the one with a clearer market structure, because let me show you here. Can you see here how QQQ was consolidating around 606, while SPY was actually having lower highs, lower lows? So here QQQ was consolidating for more time, and SPY was showing clearer market structure. So yeah, it's not like I use the relative weakness too much. I do, but it's usually more like which one has a clearer market structure, because that's what I play, right? The market structure. That's a really great question. Thank you, Declan. Kumar, I was targeting 50 cents move. Yeah. You're very welcome, Tim. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. 45 minutes and we still are on SPY. I promise uh I'm gonna put the foot on the gas. Uh Kumar, yesterday losses messed me up a bit and was not able to hold traders. Kumar, that something that I recommend is you need to reset. If you have a huge win or a huge loss one day, my recommendation is take the next day off so you can reset and you can detach from the past outcome, even if it's a good one or a bad one. But you can come come back and like take every trade like an individual trade. It's not attached to the previous one, it's not attached to the next one, so you don't have emotions attached to your current trade. All right. um Dragon, I enter 952 calls. Yeah, of course you were doing calls, right? That's a really nice breakout trade, Dragon. uh you're very welcome, Venture. Nicole, can you do one live stream for how to effectively backtest? Yes, I do. Nicole, are you part of the Scarface community? Because we do have videos on the community. Yeah, well, look for them on the community, because on the accelerator videos we do have a backtesting module. So yeah, there's no need for me to record new content about that. There's a lot of it on the accelerator. So if you can't find it, just tag me on the questions channel, and I will help you to find that video. Uh, Marty, so you are trading not more than two until. I'm not trading. This is my screen. This is my screen for trading. SPY, QQQ on the 15-minute chart, and I have on my broker. I use Webull. I have the 1-minute chart. So if I'm looking, well, sometimes I'm doing this, or I'm watching this. Actually, this is the one where I'm trading. Can you see here, guys? This was my trading chart. I took my trade right here, and I was aiming to pre-market high, just as I told you, pre-market high. That was my trade. I was actually looking for the others, but this was my trade, and I took all out of my position right here on this area on the previous day high. But yeah, this is my trade. This is my trading. This is my trading layout on the 15 minute, because on the 15 minute I can start aiming for my targets. All right, and actually, I did a small change today. Let me show you. Today I was not feeling alright, and I made a change on my setup. Wait a minute. Is it showing? Not showing. Nah. How do you insert picture? I valid image. Well, I'll show you later. But I switched my trading station, and because I just went to my living room. I was enjoying my charts in a 90-inch screen, and with my laptop with my broker on my laptop. It was great. Let me. Can you see this? Probably. Wait a minute. All right. So that was the small change today. that was a small change today. Um, all right, Neto. The more I watch the reviews, I love the way you trade. Thank you for sharing. You're very welcome, Natalia. If you have questions, remember, guys, I'm very responsive to your questions. AK, my problem is that when trade works my way, I take profit even if profit is $25 per con. Guys, this is different. This is different for everyone, right? But remember, there's people being paid $20 an hour for going to an ugly job, and you guys can take $25 per contract in a five. You need to switch that mindset to gratitude. Okay. How do I control my emotions and not take profit so early? Something. Well, AK, again, I'm gonna share the secret sauce again. Backtest, 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 backtest. Because when you backtest enough, you will know how your trade used to work. If you find out that your trade usually gives you $50 a contract, why you will be taking profit when it's only 20? Well, but you need to convince yourself, right? How you're going to convince yourself? With data. How you're going to get data? Back testing. All right. You're very welcome, Kumar. DC, where did you take your first stream? Right here on the first drop, like here, it was like 30%. That's why I added here. AK, you took 605 calls on QQQ. Yeah, give me 1 second. Do you usually only take one trade a day? One trade or less than that. Sometimes I don't take a trade, but usually just one trade. Uh, all right. Okay, guys, let's go QQQ. This is my chart for QQQ. I really don't see, and this is my personal opinion, right? This is my personal opinion. I really don't see a nice entry opportunity for calls unless you tell me like, oh well, this is the break and retest of this order block here. I took this one here above pre-market high, my risk at the bottom of this candle, and I was looking for 605.50. This is a 1 to 2.8 risk reward. Well, let's go to the 15-minute chart key level, because that's the first, that as you can see, that's the first area of reaction. This was a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio trade. That was a really nice trade. Would you take that? I wouldn't. Why? I want you to answer that, guys. Why I will not take this trade? 5 bonus points for who answers first and right. Why I wouldn't take this trade? These are calls. You are taking this break, this placement retest of this order block here. Why Neto wouldn't take this trade here? No display. PB, congratulations, PB. You have the answer. Even when this is very small displacement, I take it. But the main reason it's because when taking calls, my personal style is I can take calls this near to high of the day, this close to high of the day. Why? I don't know. I just don't trust it. Why? Because my system, my data says that this is not giving you at least the 1 to 2.5 risk reward the way I like it, right? So thank you for all of your answers. No displacement is okay. It actually retested. I mean, this white box is or this shaded box is for this order block here. This down close candle on the uptrend. There's very small displacement, but the main reason I wouldn't take this is because it's so close to high of the day. That's why I wouldn't take it. Thank you, PB, for your answer. Uh, but anyways, I mean, this is a valid setup on the break and retest, and the good thing about this is above previous day high, above the close of this candle is above pre-market high. So yeah, it has a lot of bullish adjectives or bullish features here. For me, it's just too close to high of the day. But it worked really nice. It worked really nice. And after that, look at this. I just wanted to draw this because there's still people that they don't get the break retest boom, the BRB. But this is exactly what happens. So you take this area here. This is support, 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 support. Then you break, and it turns into resistance. Can you see? I don't know why. I don't know why, but I think this is the easiest setup on the break and retest catalog because you need to be you need a clear break of a consolidation area like this. So now you have this battleground here, all this support area, support, it turned into resistance, and look at this. This actually offered two opportunities here, two entry opportunities here. So both of them took you, well, they took you all the way down, right? I mean, there's no need to try to draw how much it went. But the next opportunity after this break and retest of this battleground consolidation area here, support turning to resistance flip zone, is this one here. Is the break and retest of this previous high of the day, or the opening price 5-minute opening range. So look how relevant is this area here. It's all people that started the day with a loss. So they are selling here, right? Okay, well, it's now on my key level, and I'm gonna drop it. And that's exactly what happened, right? So this is super clear, this is super nice. You take your position here and you take it where? Well, to the next intraday key levels. Can you see how well this support, then turn into resistance, and then turn into support again is working? So you can start playing with these key levels, or with this low of the day. You are playing with this low of the day, and now, well, this is exactly what you're doing. Dian, you took QQQ puts 11.16. 11.16. That's a really nice entry. It's exactly this trade. Congratulations there, Dian. And you you bought more 11.27 right here. And closed half 11.30. All right. And the rest 11.33. Great trade, Dian. It was 10-day expiration. Thank you, PB. How did you mark the consolidation area? Just look at the lower wicks. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know how to explain this, but yeah, I mean, you are watching this area use a support, break, and then it's turned into resistance. Can you see here? Support, break, and it's turned into resistance. That's how I do it. Not, I'm not sure how to explain differently. Um, but yeah, I mean, yes, exactly what you're saying. You are using the lower wicks or the lower bodies. I mean, the, again, when you are watching price, when you are watching price, AK, you are not looking at the flat line. All right, you are looking to areas. That's why I don't draw lines when it's the battleground, right? It's an area, right? It's an area. So hey, Neto, but the candle wicks here are going lower. Yes, they are going lower, but you can see here that these lower wicks are not the battleground. The battleground is right here. The battleground is right here at the bottom of these candles, where all these candles are bouncing, and now rejecting. Can you see? So that's how you identify these areas. AK. Yeah. Again, it's not like the lower wicks or the body. It's trying to find that area, not only here but on all these touches, right? Uh, how would you be so confident to short a higher time frame bullish chart? Well, I'm not saying this is gonna drop 10%. I'm just taking these moves to the intraday liquidity pools. D and 0DT, good. Mahendran, can you explain one more time? What do you want me to explain, Mahendran? Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Yeah, now I read it. Now I read it. How you determine the top of the box? Well, can you see here? For example, here this is the area where these candles are bouncing. This area is where the bodies are. This area is where the candle wicks are, like going. So yeah, I mean it's guys. This is not a science. This is more like a craft. So I just draw the box how I feel it's useful, right? I mean, I don't have a science to draw this box. I just try to like, okay, well, I have a lot of touches here. These bodies, these wicks, bodies, wicks. So I just draw the box. Yeah. So that's more like a craft and less than a science. All right. Richard, do you chart levels on the 15-minute only? Yes, I do. I mean, I go to the daily chart and I draw previous highs and previous lows, and then I go to the 15-minute chart, and those are the only those are the only charts I do. All right, guys, let's go to AMD. AMD was super nice. Look at this. Oh well, I don't know why I didn't have this. This is something that I will take. Let me tell you why. I mean, I know it's very close to high of the day, but this is the break and retest of the previous day high. So yeah, I will take maybe the next key level. What is this? This is 229. I will take this one here. Yeah, because that's like that's my favorite. That used to be my favorite setup, the break and retest of the previous day high. Now it's the break and retest of the previous day low, but let's don't talk about that. So this was the very first entry that I watched here. Then Neto, what is this lost key level on the chart? Well, it's not a lost key level. This is 229. Do you remember that we just talked about drawing your half numbers and your whole numbers? Well, this is your whole number. Look at this. This is a really nice pullback to 229. 229 reaction, and you took another trade right here. And well, all the way to the upside, can you see these are all break, retest, previous high of the day, rate, retest, previous high of the day. And this is when it's starting to be interesting. This is when it's starting to be interesting for my system. These guys is exhaustion, right? This is exhaustion. So what does it mean exhaustion? Well, it's when you fail to create a new high, you fail to create a new high, and then you watch this break and retest of this area here. Hey Neto, why are you taking these candles here? Well, let's take these ones here. It's still the break and retest of this is the battleground. This is the battleground. It was support turned into resistance, and then you start taking these trades. Where do you take these trades? Where you can use your intraday key levels, or look at this. Oh, come on, Neto. 233. Again, a whole number. Well, whole number, side number, sometimes it's a strike number. So this is how you start aiming or planning your trades. All right. Anyone took AMD? AMD was the fantastic step up break and retest, but QQQ was dropping. Yeah, well, that was a thing. That was a thing. Uh, if you are on the Scarface community, you will see Jack and Tony. You will see Jack and Tony always taking trades with names with relative strength. That's their playbook. They rarely, very rare, take their relative weakness. But what they do day in, day out, they look for the relative strength, and that's what they take. AMD was great trade this morning. Congratulations, Rondo. Calls 948. Calls 948. Look at this. This is a trade, right? Break and retest, previous day high. And you take your trades right there. Congratulations, Rondo. Where did you exit? 234.22? Nah, that was too much, right? Well, maybe. I mean, where did you exit, Rondo? Okay. Can you see, guys, how even when the higher time frame is super bullish, you still have these kind of opportunities with the exhaustion of the day? Neto, this is late in the morning. Yes, it is. But this is exactly what happens when, buyers hit their targets and, well, they give control away. Rondo exited 10-11. 10-11. All right, and this first pullback. Good. PB, I took AMD long on previous day high reclaim. On the reclaim, this one here, 945. And exited 2R. Like 227 or something like that, right? That was nice. Good there. All right. Amazon, guys. So again, this is really simple. Amazon was just consolidating on the 5-minute opening range. Well, maybe this one here. From the previous day close to the well, I mean, forget about these key levels. This is your battleground. This is support, support, support. You break it, and then it's turn resistance. This pre-market low, previous day close area, you use it as your break and retest, and then you can go here. This is going all the way to 1550. Half numbers round numbers. It comes back, reclaims or drops again. Maybe this is kind of the same area, right? I mean, first it was out of this bottom of these candles, but now it's taking this area here. It's taking this area here, came back, retest, and then another drop, and this time the drop was even better, right? And can you see here, this is the break and retest of this previous low of the day. Neto, but this is only the body. Come on, guys, don't make me explain again this. Look at this. This is the support here, turn into resistance, then you take this drop. All right. On average, are you risking 20 to 30%? Yes, that's exactly correct, Jared. All right, this is NVIDIA, guys. I was watching these two trades. Why these two trades? Well, can you see here? This is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low, or this low of the day. And this area was used kind of the whole morning, right? So you had this break here, and then you had this break here. What is this? Well, this is the break and retest of this low of the day. This 15-minute chart key level. What's going on with NVIDIA? Well, all right. What is this? Tesla. Tesla was, look at this, break and retest, previous day high. This is the one that I like. This is the one that I like. It's break and retest, previous day high, and look at this, high of the day, 124.4 risk reward ratio trade. This actually went all the way to my 15-minute chart key level. Non-stop here. So you may have a really nice trade here. Anyone took Tesla today? No Tesla trades today? Come on, guys. This is new. This is really new. No Tesla trades today. Wow. Ah, Francine, yes, you took Tesla. Look at this. Tesla was aligned to the indices. Hold on. Tesla hit a higher time frame key level on the first two candles of the day, like this one's here. This, yeah, 436.89. Previous day high, break and retest may not have been a high probability setup. Well, what if you use the protect your assets line like Lauren does? If you did that, if you did your protect your assets line, you probably closed your trade all the way to here, right? All the way to here. Francine, flip zone, intraday, previous day high. Yeah, this one here. Good. I like it. Just as you said. This is the support, turn into resistance, break, and then it's turning to support again, reaction, and also its previous day high. I really like it, Francine. If that actually, this is the, look at this. This is the inverse break retest boom. This is the break retest boom. Good job there, Francine. I see the change of character at previous day high, break and retest. Exactly. Good job there, Francine. Very good job there. And also it was aligned to the indices. Right here on these candles here, SPY and QQQ, high of the day, reclaiming pre-market high, reclaiming 668.50. That's a lot of confluences there. Good job there, Francine. Microsoft, well, nobody does Microsoft here. What is this? Palantir. I wanted to show you this. I really wanted to show you this. So I have this one drawn like here, and you will say, "Ah, Neto, what if the battleground is like here?" Well, maybe it is, but do you remember I told you I don't like to take this trade so close to previous day high? Well, my idea here, and I didn't take Palantir, guys. But I want to explain you the reason or the reasoning. This is the break and retest of this support turn into resistance area, rejection, and also it's falling below previous day high. So now that we will be taking previous day range, this is something that I like. Where I would like to take this? Well, all the way to low of the day. And this was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. You be able to share your trade sell stats once you have enough data from this challenge? I will decline. Actually, what I do is at the end of the month, I share my trade sell stats on the Scarface community. But yeah, maybe I can take it to here to YouTube. For all of our fellow traders that are not on that community, I can take it to here to the YouTube. So let's finish October, and I'll do that. Yeah, of course. Rondo, you took Nvidia. Well, we are past Nvidia now. What is this? Apple. Can you see here, guys? Is this clear? The BRB, the BRB support break, turn into resistance, and the drop. Anyone took this Apple trade? Yes, Declan. I don't remember if it's on the admins channel or on the post your gains. But I share my trade sell stats. I don't know, 1 or 2 days into October. Probably it was on the admin channel. I think it was there. I don't remember. I need to set a standard for that. All right. So, guys, is this so clear? This is so clear. I mean, I'm not sure if we need more explanation for this, but this is we break this high of the day. We break this to 50-50 support. Fail to create a higher high. Support. Fail to create a higher high. Break this support area, turns it into resistance, and then the drop. Much clearer now? Good. Same thing for Google. And guys, I don't have anything for you on Meta, but this was super clear. Break, retest, high of the day. Break, retest, high of the day. Previous day high. I'm sorry. Break, retest, previous day high. Nice reaction above the 5-minute opening range. So you have this here. You should be aiming at least to your 15-minute chart key level, or you start looking 722, 722.50, 723. Look at this, and this is a almost to 3 risk reward ratio trade. Actually, it should be like a 1 to 3, right? Because it never gave any sign of weakness until here. Yeah, so this I'm sure this was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. I'm not sure if Ramesh took this. I think he did. He's the meta king. He's the meta king. Yeah, this was really nice. This was a really nice trade. Uh, Vanessa, you took Google here. What did you take? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what I did. Okay, here. Vanessa, slightly questionable entry 1001. Slightly, yeah. Not that slightly. This is a very nice breakout trade. It's above previous day high, above pre-market high. It's it's actually, yeah, not only the pre-market high, but also it's above the previous day high. So yeah, and this is your change of character, right? This is your change of character because you had lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and this is your breakup structure and your change of character. So that was a really nice trade. It's just it was a breakout trade. It was a breakout trade. But that was very nice, Vanessa. Congratulations there. Yeah, not that slightly questionable. It was actually very questionable, at least on the eyes of the break and retest, right? Neto, what it changes if you trade same day expiration versus weekly expiration? Wins and losses are bigger. Well, it's not just that. It's because the contracts expired same day, Felipe. The volatility on the contracts premium is way higher. So you can have one nice drop and gives you 20%, but if you have the same bounce and the next candle goes all the way to where you were 1 minute late, 1 minute before, probably you lost those that 20% and a little bit more. Why? Because the Greeks play faster on same day expiration. Marty, there are no videos on the accelerator course for back testing. I check. No. There are. Tag me there, Marty. Tag me on the question channel. Tag me on the question channel, and I will show you. All right, Felipe, you're very welcome, guys. I'm sorry I took so much from your time today, but I think we explained plenty of things. I think we explained plenty of things. If you guys are kind of new on the community, this break retest boom, it was explained so deeply today. I really hope that you take a better understanding of that. Uh, yes, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, guys. I think we are about to hit 900. How many we are? 903 subscribers. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming every day, guys. Thank you very much for coming every day. I love it. I really love it. I'm smiling because it's funny and crazy how this community started with 25 people and now we are a few subscribers to be 1,000, and I really love it. I really love it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for pushing this community. Thank you for your questions. I think your questions are the goals of this community because that's how we expand knowledge. That's how we clear all of your doubts. And well, again, thank you very much. So yeah, guys. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, I remember there's a back testing module. I mean, I can sign it right now, right? Uh, so yeah, thank you very much. Just take a look there. If you can find it, just tag me on the questions channel. Vanessa, thank you very much. You're welcome. Thank you, PB. Thank you for your words. Thank you, Francine, for being here. Alex, Mahendran. Yeah, guys, come on, take 1 second to like the video. Rondo, 1,000 subscribers soon, soon, soon. That was kind of the goal for next year, but I think we are gonna make it on October. Let's do it. Let's go. All right, Dian, thank you. Mahendran, Shoki, Gabi. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.